what makes this race so different is that nobody runs in our district without working with each other, because we truly believe it's in the district's interests. And nobody holds grudges against anybody for something happened in the past, when getting even it's not good for the community. And so when Denny Farrell said that what we had in the past, we got families now in Central Harlem that still don't talk to each other. One was from the Caribbean, the other's from the South. I mean, it was bloodshed. And unfortunately, in so many other counties, we feel that. But you have managed to talk to the people, and a lot of people, that's all they want, to be heard. And this race is unusual because one of my opponents just didn't do that. And while I'm confident and compliment him on running a positive race, if you ask him why is he running, he wants to be a congressman. And God knows I could never deny anybody their ambitions, except we kind of thought that we were different in our district. We kind of thought that when Linares wanted to be a city council person, that we go and get that support from communities that were not entirely supportive. And when the same thing happened with our state senator, we went all over, campaigned together, because we thought it was important to have that seniority. How in the heck I got involved in being a target, I'll never know. I was in the hospital with rumors that I had cancer, and I don't think that was it. And then again, being 82 is not the time to take on extraordinary challenges. But whatever it is, people were saying Rangel is not going to fulfill the 2 years. And that seemed to be the only thing that people were saying, that they were uncertain as to whether or not I would deceive the voters and ask for their support for 2 years, and then later substitute my candidacy for them. Well, I answered that by saying, how could anyone be that immoral? True, it is probably legal, but how can you tell people that have been with you for 50 years, supported you, trusted you, to vote for you, and then find some way to hoodwink them and bring in someone that they don't know? And so I made an issue out of just the rumor. Now we have a rumor that the senator that's running for the Congress is also running for his Senate seat. Now, I say it's rumor because I was at the Ben Franklin Democratic Club when this was asked specifically, and he told them he was not circulating petitions for the office, any other office except the Congress. And then other people said, well, it's rumored that he has a surrogate. Well, I thought that would be so insulting to tell people that you're not running, you don't have a surrogate, that you're running, you're putting it all in the way I did when it was just a rumor. So I'm confident that my colleague that's running has done a good job in the state Senate. Now, when he said he was giving up that seniority, had thought this thing out. And I hope we can continue this campaign just on the merits. It's been about the cleanest campaign I ever been in. And that's probably in part because I could never say anything bad about any of my opponents, some of whom I don't know, but certainly the hard work that Senator Espillard has done in the Assembly, and the campaigning that he recently did for the Senate, allows me to believe that his integrity is the same as mine, and I have no reason to believe differently. So this ended up with me accepting your designation of me as your role model, because God knows you don't have to think about it. It works. It really works. People want to be heard. And the one reason why I have been able to keep down these vicious cultural, racial differences with all of the diversity that we love and enjoy is because I listen, they listen, and they know when we get together, they got a voice and they can be heard, and that no decisions are final. Mm-hmm. So you do that each and every day. You get to those meetings before me.
Now so you get to them before me, that's the problem.
By the time I get there, hard. I can't differ with anything because they're all ready for you. Anyway, we've been friends. I cannot think of any political differences we've had that we can even remind ourselves of any. We think alike, we work alike, we are independent, we work hard because we want people to know we care. And that's the only thing on his agenda and his family's agenda before him. And God knows at my age, the only thing on my agenda is being able to say, and I say this in conclusion, that I do have options at the age of 82. If I had known that my daughter would have treated me so happy and given me 3 great grandsons, I would have treated her better as a teenager. I'm as happy as I can be with having a wonderful family life. But all the things that I hoped and dreamed of is what I found in Obama. Not because of his color or his background, but because I always thought that in this great country, no matter how you got here, whether you got here in chains or whether you came voluntarily, you can become an American here where you cannot become a citizen of any other country just by wanting to be. And you can be anything with hard work and a lot of luck in this great country. And that's what makes it great, is diversity, the exchange of each other's ideas. And as a result of that, we've invested in an educational system. And that's what Obama's about. Educate our youngsters, not because it's the right thing to do and they'll get jobs and they won't end up in jail, but it's our national security. Other countries are investing in research and development. We got to compete against those countries. And it's wrong to put the country up for grabs just because you don't like the president. That's what we're up against in the Congress. That's what the opposition says, that they would rather get rid of the president and sink the ship, whether it's the raising of the debt ceiling or investing in projects that pay for themselves, bridges, roads, schools. It doesn't take an economist to know you got to pay. Why not do it at the lowest interest rates when it has to be done? But we know, because the Republicans have said, that we'll close down legislation. There won't be anything done until after the election. I think that's morally wrong. I think it's unpatriotic. And I don't want to be sitting on the side bench kicking in the television when I can go to Congress better than anyone that I know of and defend the principles that my district wants defended, and that includes support of the President of the United States.
Thank you.
So I'm sorry to give such a long speech.